Welcome back. Today we have a Hoag representative who is Anusha Wijayakumar, and she is with Hoag and discussing stress reduction with us today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're welcome. Well, okay, so we do talk a lot about stress reduction and mindfulness with lots of different areas in our life. What are some things, why is it so important for us to have stress reduction?
That's such a great question, and I'm often asked that actually, just about why we should adopt a meditation or mindfulness practice. And to me, it's very simple. Most of the time, we're either thinking about the past or we're worrying about the future. And very rarely are we actually in the present moment, which is basically what mindfulness is all about, right? And if we kind of just take a look at your own mind, you'll often find that you're paying attention to the task at hand, but very often the mind tends to wander, which is the nature of the mind, right?
Right.
So we're thinking about the past or we're worrying about the future, and often we tend to project negatively into the future.
Okay,
right?
Okay, right.
And so mindfulness and meditation is scientifically proven to help regenerate our brains, to enable us to improve our concentration, to sleep better, and just honestly to lead happier and healthier lives.
So what are some of the things that they have done over the past? Do they have focus groups? I mean, how do they actually test that?
That's another great question. So neuroscience in the past 20 years has actually proven the correlation between meditation and mindfulness as a way to regenerate our brains and our minds through studying the brain, through MRI scans, etc. So they actually have proven the kind of ancient wisdom of these practices.
So in sports, I know it's really important for people to have, be in the zone, right, for sports. Although I would imagine that many things probably weigh on people's minds, like, oh, I'm thinking about what I need to do after the, after my match or whatever it might be. What do you suggest people do with that?
Athletes, corporations, so many people are bringing mindfulness into their company programs. And athletes are a great example because they have to be in the zone. Right, so how are they able to alleviate the distractions from the mind? And it's very simple, through their breath. So that is actually how you practice meditation and mindfulness. Through bringing your conscious awareness to your breath, right, to kind of get in that zone.
Right. And then let's talk about maybe some people who aren't athletic, but often maybe sulk, or they maybe watch politics all day or watch TV all day and they're like, oh my gosh, the world's coming to an end, right? So what would you say to those folks, and what are some things that they can do to help reduce the stress?
And I'm often asked that by patients and clients, and to me, meditation, the journey of meditation is the journey within. So really think about it as the involution, right? The inward evolution. And it basically enables us to kind of think, what do we have control over, right? And so to focus on that, there are a lot of things that are out of our control. So to obviously impact and affect change where you can through your practice, but then to release and let go of things that you have no control over. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you're able to find peace with whatever situation that you are in, right? Externally and internally. And a lot of the time, what causes us so much distress is our inner dialogue, right? That constant mental chatter that we just simply can't turn off. So how do we do that? Through meditation and mindfulness, and through bringing your awareness to your breath. And it can be as simple as taking 3 inhales and 3 exhales. Right,
that does seem simple.
Right, exactly. It's all about accessibility to me. So take a deep inhale through the nose and a deep exhale through the mouth or the nose, and just do that 3 times any moment that you're feeling stressed or anxious.
Oh, that's simple.
That's simple.
That seems super easy, right? Okay. So you can start with that.
Start with that.
And then how many times a day should you do that?
As many times as you need to. I'm a firm proponent of we all have 5 minutes. That's my favorite strap line. I say it all the time. Because we spend 5 minutes doing nonsense, right? So if you're to think, I'm going to spend 5 minutes in the morning bringing my attention to my breath, perhaps beginning with 3 deep inhales and 3 deep exhales, and then sitting in silence, or perhaps choosing to listen to a guided meditation to kind of set you up for the day ahead, right? Which then in turn enables us to become less reactionary. Otherwise, we can often just be like a puppet on strings, right? Reacting to everything and everybody around us without finding that place of internal peace. and balance.
Now, I know that stress can cause a variety of different things to happen in the body, but it seems like even buildup of cortisol can be caused by stress. So if you get to a point where you're like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm gaining weight, why am I gaining this weight? What do you need to do in that case?
And let me talk a little bit about cortisol, because that's an important point. So when we say that we're feeling stressed, stress has a physiological impact on the body. So when we say that we're feeling stressed, elevated levels of cortisol are rising in the blood. And one of the key ways that is proven to release those elevated levels of cortisol in our blood is through meditation and mindfulness practices. And if left unresolved, elevated levels of cortisol are leading to hypertension, stroke, high blood pressure, higher cholesterol, lower immune function, weight gain, and the list goes on.
Okay.
And when we take an inhale and we take an exhale, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system response in the body, which is the aspect of the central nervous system that actually calms us.
Wow.
Right? All through the breath.
Right. Again, you come back to the breath.
I'm all about the breath.
So let me ask, so if we're inside, obviously we're in offices and things, so the breath would be a really good thing to do. What are some other things maybe outside? Like, is nature a really important factor?
Nature is key. And again, research is proving that just spending 5 to 10 minutes in nature helps to improve our mood and boost optimism.
Okay.
So that's a really simple thing that you can do. And what I like to do with my mindfulness practice is take it on a walk.
Oh.
So instead of perhaps being on the phone, right? Really focus on your surroundings. So whether it's a 5-minute walk or a 10-minute walk, or even just sitting in nature in a park or by the beach, you're really aware of what's happening around you.
Okay.
Right? And tuning into nature,
Right.
which heals.
Right.
Science
And
is
we're
proving
not
it.
we're not saying the park bench on the corner where there's lots of streets.
Right.
You know, we're talking about maybe a park.
Exactly,
or,
a park. And when we're living in Southern California,
Right.
The weather's
Beach.
fantastic. The beach is close by, park green spaces are close by. So really try to just spend even 5 minutes in nature each day.
All right, so the program that you have at Hoag is one that can reduce stress and teach people how to do that, as well as meditation and mindfulness.
Exactly. We have our Hoag Center for Wellness, which is located just off Sand Canyon in Irvine, which would be the closest location to here. And we offer Tai Chi, meditation, yoga, mindfulness, acupuncture, massage, and the list goes on.
Great.
So it really is a one-stop wellness shop.
I love it. Thank you so much. It was very nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be on today.
Thank you for the information.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'm ready to take my 3 breaths, so you guys practice at home. We'll be right back after this. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, wonderful. That was fun.